Welcome back, friends, to Max View Barbecue. My name is Craig, and this is Backyard Offset Smoker Fire Management Series number 15. Today's topic is cold smoking for smoked bacon. And cold smoking is needed for smoked bacon because we don't want to get the bacon so hot that we actually start to render the fat. All we want to do is get that smoke flavor applied to our bacon. So come along with us and see how we go about managing the fire to cold smoke our bacon. So we'll have our own homemade smoked bacon for our breakfast in the mornings. Welcome back, friends. It is January 6th, and as you can see, we've had a couple of inches of snow overnight. But today we're going to cold smoke our bacon, our pork belly that we've been curing for the last 10 days. So before we do, I want to set up the barbecue pit. One of the first things is I've taken out the grates here in the cooking chamber, and I put my hanging rod in here because we're going to hang our pork belly from this rod. We've got our fire box cleaned out. So our technique today, we're going to build a charcoal fire to keep the pit warm, just to provide a little bit of heat, and we're going to use our smoke tube to generate our smoke to put the smoke on our bacon. Now the thing about our bacon is we need to cold smoke it, which means we don't want to raise the temperature up of the meat more than about 125 to 130 degrees. So we're going to try to maintain our pit temperature around 100 to 150 degrees, just enough so that we can make smoke, just enough so we can put some smoke on the meat and allow the meat to absorb it. And as you know, our bacon is already cured. We're just trying to add that smoke flavor. So let's get this charcoal basket set up. Let's get the charcoal lit, and let's get this smoked bacon on its way. We've got our charcoal basket filled up. We've got our little Bernzomatic propane torch going, and now we're going to light our paper to get our fire started. Okay, we got our paper started. Let's give it about 15 minutes to get our charcoal going. Welcome back, friends. 15 minutes have passed, and guess what? Our chimney's ready. So we're going to empty out our chimney and close up the pit so we can start warming this thing up, getting it ready for our cook today. Closing up our pit, opening up our damper. So we want that warm and hot air to start flowing across our fire chamber and out the damper. That way we get our pit warmed up and ready to go. And it's now 10 a.m. and our pit temperature is about 61 degrees. So it's not quite higher as we would like for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little more charcoal to it, see if I can open up the air a little bit, see if I can get that dialed in with the temperature that I'd really like to have around 100 degrees. It's a cold day out here today. It's around 34 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about almost 0 degrees centigrade. So we may have to adjust our fire technique just a little bit to get it where we want it. This would be a good temperature just to start smoking at, but I wanted to get the pit kind of warmed up so it'd have a little heat density to it. Alrighty folks, it's been about 45 minutes since we started our fire, and our pit is coming up to temperature. It's still warm, but not too warm that we can't touch it. But we're going to go ahead and get our smoke stick started. What we're going to be using is our stainless steel smoke stick here, filled with some pecan pellets, and we're going to place this in our fire chamber and light one end of it and let this thing burn down and generate smoke. Once we get this started and into the fire chamber, then we're going to go inside and get our pork belly and bring it out and put it on our smoker. Just wanted to make sure that our smoke stick got lit good. Let's go get that pork belly and put it on this pit. Okay folks, we have our pit warmed up and our smoke stick in there. We've got our pork belly dried out. It's been drying out after we took it out of our cure media. So now we're gonna go hang this in our backyard offset smoker on our top rack rod and let the smoke start doing its job, giving it that flavor. We've got our Signal Works ThermoPen Pro probes. We've got a high and a low on our pork. We just want to monitor our temperature. We don't want to let it get above about 130 or we start rendering the fat. As you can see, we got plenty of beautiful smoke coming into our chamber. So let's shut this thing down, let our smoke go to work. Welcome back, friends. It is now 12:15. It's been a couple hours since we checked on the fire. The temperatures have been around to 80 degrees and now down to 71. So we know we got our temperatures are tailing off. So let's take a look and see what's going on inside of our fire chamber. We still got about a half a stick of the pellets. Let's see if I can bring this over and give you a close-up view. As you can see, there's about a half a stick of pellets there, but we're gonna have to work on our charcoal fire bed to get some heat going. So let me get over here and stir up the fire a little bit and get that moving. Sorry about my camera work. It's kind of hard when you do it by yourself, but we'll get it done. Bring you this video so you can get some ideas. So I have these tongs here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on these coals a little bit to break that ash loose from them. And try to bring the coals up to a little bit more of a bed so they have more fuel, less ash. There we go. That'll let it build up some heat there. Then we're going to go ahead and add some more wood on it. Lump charcoal here. So we put about a pound or two of lump charcoal. There's a lot of charcoal dust there, which is kind of extinguish our fire a little bit. So I'm going to wiggle it around a little bit, give it some room. And hopefully there's enough heat left in that charcoal that it'll go ahead and ignite that charcoal, keep it going. Welcome back, friends. It's been a couple hours now. Our pit temperature here is showing 100 degrees at the top, but down around our meat it's around 67. We're going to go ahead and move our pork belly and flip it over so it has the opposite side facing the fire, although I don't think the temperatures have been enough to really cook or cause any rendering of the fats. We want to be careful not to render the fats. Remember, this is a cold smoking technique. Oh boy, look at that bacon. Oh my goodness, look at that bacon. That thing is really looking beautiful. Got some great color on it. I'm excited. But look at that bacon. That is really looking pretty. Can't wait to get it off of here, get it on the slicer and start making some bacon slices so we can test it out. I'm excited. See you back in a bit, folks. Get this closed up so the smoke and the fire can do its work. Welcome back, friends. It's now 1:45 p.m. Our brisket, not our brisket, boy, our pork belly has been smoking for a little over three and a half hours. Our temperature of our pit's been holding right around 90 degrees, so we're achieving our cold smoking goal. Let's take a look real quick at our pork belly. It looks very nice. It's getting dried out very nice and getting a nice color to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stoke the coal for a little bit and let it go for another half hour, 45 minutes, and then we'll take it off and refrigerate it. After we get it refrigerated, then we'll slice it up. So looking good. The meat color is fantastic. The fat's picking up that smoke color, so it's looking good. So we're going to have some delicious bacon. Honey black pepper bacon. Friends, last time I cooked, it was raining when I put the cover on it, and so I got a little bit of rust on the pit. So we're going to do a little bit of preventive maintenance while we're doing our cold smoke. This is actually hot, and I'm just running a little Scotch-Brite over the top of it to take that surface rust off. Then take a little bit of the linseed oil here, pour it on our rag, and just swash that around on there to give it a new protective layer. Cut back, keep it from rusting. Well, it doesn't keep it from rusting, but it helps protect it from the rust. Just always good to do a little bit of preventive maintenance when you're working with your pit. Just happened to be smoking some bacon today. So good time to be out here. 34 degrees, hot pit, and doing a little preventive maintenance. And that's how you take care of it. This is linseed oil. It'll polymerize and make a nice cover and coating and give you that natural patina finish. Thanks for watching. Welcome back, friends. Our fire's starting to go out a little bit, but that's okay. We've been cold smoking. We still got smoke flowing through the pit, but I think it's time to go ahead and take our bacon off. It's been smoking for since 10:15, 11:15, 12:15, 1:15, 2:15. So it's got 4 hours of smoke on it. I think that's plenty of smoke. So let's go ahead and take this thing off, and we're going to bring it inside, and we're going to put it into our refrigerator and chill it down before we slice it. Look how pretty that is. Nice color, pretty bacon. Let's take a look at the temperature chart from today's cold smoking technique. The outside temperature was 39 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees centigrade, so it was pretty cold outside. The cold temperatures made it a little more difficult to heat up the pit and to control the temperature. However, the cold outside temperature did help keep the smoking temperature low. You will notice that I attempted to raise the temperature after the first tending at 12:15. The added lump charcoal and increased airflow did increase the temperature, but burned through the charcoal faster. The second fire tending followed the same pattern. However, I didn't get enough heat to bring the bacon closer to the target temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. This is okay, as the bacon is cured and I freeze it for transport to Baltimore. Welcome back, friends, to our Making Bacon episode. We're going to go ahead and square up these ends so I can take this downstairs and put it on our commercial meat slicer and make us some bacon slices. So I'm going to cut down through here and get me a nice square edge. And you get your first view of what our bacon looks like. Do the same thing over here on this edge. There you go. Boy, doesn't that look pretty? Very pretty. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to take this down to my commercial meat slicer and make us some sliced bacon. Welcome back, friends. We've completed up all of the slicing of our bacon, and we vacuum sealed it all, got it all laid out, ready to go in the refrigerator and the freezer. Got a couple of samples here that I fried up. Just want to give those a quick taste. Now this is one of the little thicker pieces.
Now that's some good bacon. I tell you what, there's nothing like homemade bacon. This bacon has that honey flavor. You know, we cured it with honey, and that honey just comes right on through. Very light on the black pepper, even though there was a lot of black pepper. It wasn't a lot of salt in our cure, so it's not as salty as commercial or store-bought bacon. Fries up without popping and sputtering all over because this bacon was not injected. So all in all, 2 thumbs up for homemade bacon, and we're gonna be eating good in the neighborhood. You guys have a great evening. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.